Dude, it's bright as freak right now, bro. Holy. I'm trying not to curse, bro, because I just started the video. Bro, I gotta. Hold up. Okay. What's good, y'all? Today's video, man. I just barely, I'm just. Fuck, dude. I'm already cursed. Whatever. I'm just leaving to go to the gym. It's like 7 in the morning right now. This is low-key the earliest I've gone to the gym in a minute. Like, normally I do not go this early. It takes me a minute to even like leave. Like, I won't even leave until like 8. So today we're leaving super early because I gotta go take my mom to work as soon as I finish working out. But I thought I would take this opportunity while I got this energy to talk about my future endeavors, in terms of what's it called. Basically, I'm gonna be moving out. Me and my mom are gonna be moving out of this apartment complex in a couple of months, which is good for both of us because we're both basically we're going our separate ways, but not like that. Like I'm still gonna see my mom and shit every week, but we're not gonna be living with each other. We're gonna be living with different people. It sounds very odd, right? It's a long story, but basically, I was planning on moving out, and then my mom got an opportunity to stay with somebody for rent, stay with somebody rent free. So we're both gonna be able to stack up bread, stack up, mental rest, I guess, because having a lot of financial stress like we do right now, and being in the hood is not very good for your mental state. I promise you, it's not. If you've never been through it, then you just gotta ask somebody, man. Tell them what they ask somebody who lives in the hood, what their bills are, bro, and that'll be like the worst shit, like, to them. Like, they don't even want to think about their bills. I understand it, but basically, yeah, I'm gonna be living rent free in a couple of months. But the prerequisite to me living there rent free is that I have to be pursuing some type of career. They were kind of broad with it. They weren't like very specific. They just said pursuing something. I'm like, yeah, okay, like fuck me, right? I guess like this doesn't count, of course, as me pursuing anything, which is fine. I understand that it's not going to count. It's not going to count for a while. It's not going to count as me pursuing anything for a while because I haven't succeeded yet. Nobody is going to believe me until I succeed with YouTube. And I've accepted that, man. I've accepted that nobody's going to believe in me. And, it's understandable, bro. Like, people want the best for you. Like, my sister and her husband, they want me to pursue something, not because they're like, oh, fuck you, you want to be a YouTuber? Oh, no, that's not happening, you suck. That's not what they're thinking. They care about me so much that they're offering me a place to stay rent-free and allowing me to pursue a career, like a safe career that will get me, a decent amount of, earning a decent amount of money. They said it was up to me, but that's how this shows how much they care about me. So I would never, take for granted what they're offering, but at the same time, it's like, yeah, man, they're kind of shitting on my dreams, but I'm not gonna let anyone shit on my dreams. I'm not gonna let it happen. I'm gonna do what it takes. Basically, that's what this video is about. I'm gonna do what it takes, and doing what it takes is basically I'm gonna blend in. I'm blending in, bro. I'm gonna pretend that I'm gonna pursue a career. I'm not gonna pretend as in I'm just not gonna do it or act like it, but I'm gonna actually I'm gonna pursue a business degree, and I already did some research, and it seems like the most flexible degree, which is a BBA, a business, or a bachelor's of business, something I don't fucking know, dude. And it's very flexible, and it'll basically allow me to work my schedule around what I actually want to do, which is great for me because there's a lot of other things I actually want to do. And at the same time, I can get a BBA. That sounds funny. I can get a business degree, a bachelor's in business, and what's it called? I can get it in digital marketing. So like, I can really use it to my advantage. You know what I mean? I'm trying to look at it like not as a bad thing. Like, as much as it's not what I believe in. I don't believe in it at all. That the what's it called, the traditional route is the only route. I don't believe that at all. I used to, but now I know. I'm completely off of that now. But I can still use it to my advantage, especially when somebody's offering to let me live with them. You know, a close relative of mine, and like, I'm not trying to get all materialistic, but the place I'm going to be living, or they're moving into, is actually very nice. It's very nice. I don't want to take it for granted, okay? Because like, I'm not. It's gonna be hard to resist the urge to, like, you know what I mean, not be grateful, because I don't know, actually. I feel like no matter what happens, whenever I move in with my sister into their nice ass house, it has like 5 bedrooms, or like 5 or 6 bedrooms, and like 4 bathrooms. I don't know. It's huge. There's like, I cannot imagine a world where I'm not just like constantly being grateful and constantly just being positive. You know what I mean? Like, that's literally all I imagine. Like, as soon as I move in with them, I don't see myself complaining. I don't see myself, you know, like, I see myself just being super, just the best version of myself, because I literally have nothing to complain about. There's literally nothing. Like, I have been given it's one of the biggest blessings in my life so far. Like, I've had a few major blessings, like my computer. That was a major blessing. You know, I got to, because I actually use it to make videos now. This car was a major blessing. You know, I got it for a lot cheaper than it was worth, like a third of the value, and it's very nice. And even though it's pretty old, it's a great car. And this is like my next blessing, bro. This is my next blessing that's coming up. Living rent free with people who are like, not only living rent free, but because I was already living rent free with my dad, but I'm gonna be around people who I can look up to. And I'm not trying to like shit on my dad, you know, or my mom, but I'm gonna be around people who actually are successful, or you know, decently successful in their lives, and have achieved a lot more. And I think that'll just cause like a chain reaction of growth, you know what I mean? And I'm super excited, bro. I'm super excited. I can't wait. It's still going to be a couple of months, but I'm looking forward to it, man. I don't think that anything bad could ever come out of this, you know what I mean? Especially because I actually know, I know my sister and her husband very well, and they're great people, you know? So it's just like, only good things can come from this. But I'm always gonna, in the back of my mind, I'm always gonna have the idea, I'm always gonna know that I'm really going to school just to please the others around me, or mainly just to please the people who are allowing me to live, which, you know, is a much greater reason than any other, you know? Like, if I didn't have to go to school and they weren't gonna make me, then I wouldn't do it, you know what I mean? But because they want me to, because that's like a requirement, it's basically something I have to do. And like I said, I'm okay with that. I'm doing it for a reason. So like, instead of looking at school like, oh man, I'm just doing it because I don't know what to do, I'm doing it because I do know what to do. I'm doing it because I do know exactly what to do. I know exactly what I want to do. I have my purpose, and this is just gonna fuel, or it's basically, it's like me going to work, you know, working a part-time job. I'm funding what I'm gonna do when I go home, I'm funding the actual work towards my dreams by going to work. Same with school. I'm funding my dreams by going to school so I can live rent free and not have to stress for however long that is. I'm not really sure, but I'm not sure how long it'll be, but hopefully not more than a year. I think that's a good timeline. That's a good goal to set. But I'll be able to like super hyper lock in on YouTube. Even if I'm going to school and work, I can still make it happen. The school hours are not very heavy with the degree that I'm interested in. And yeah, basically that's the plan, man. That's the plan. I already wrote it down. I wrote it down in my journal. So I was gonna tell them about it actually today. I was gonna go over there today and hang out for a little bit. But yeah, we gotta talk about what I'm gonna do. And I don't know. I feel like the way they were presenting it to me, they're kind of making me anxious, dude. They're kind of making it seem like it was gonna be like the big talk, like it was gonna be bad. But I think that's just kind of the way I'm perceiving it. You know what I mean? I don't think it's gonna be like that at all. I really don't think it. I think once we get it over with, it'll be a lot less stressful than I had imagined, and I'm gonna be, I'm gonna know everything. Like I'm gonna have everything planned out. You're never gonna have everything planned out, but I'll have like a better idea of how things are gonna go, and I'll be able to plan out my YouTube schedule according to like me going to school and going to work. So that'll be interesting. That'll be very interesting. But man, this is really an opportunity of a lifetime, and I would never turn it down, dude. Like I could say, nah, I'm good. I'm just gonna fully focus on YouTube, which is, some people do that. Some people do that, and I just think that with what I'm trying to achieve with my YouTube, that I can't just say fuck everybody except me, because that's not the kind of person I am. You know what I mean? I'm not just like a fucking lone alpha wolf. Like I'm not gonna lone alpha male. I'm not gonna just go off on my own and be like, yeah, I don't need anyone's help. I do need help, man. Everybody needs help, dude. You should not be afraid of asking for help or receiving help, or you should not be ashamed. Getting help is good, bro. In any shape or form, it's good. And honestly, in my life, I'd say I'm very blessed. I'm very blessed. I get a lot of help. But I also have to go through a lot of my own struggles. I've also had to fight through I've had to fight through so many of my own struggles. So it's not like I've just been getting babied my entire life. I've put in the work. I put in the work, and then I stay the same. I keep my same great. Like I've always been grateful. I never identified as like being grateful, but I've always been like grateful and appreciative of what I had. And I think people, see that like my family members and friends, like they see that, so they've always wanted to just like help me out. Like people always want to help me out. I'm not trying to like say that in a selfish way, because I don't think I'm better than anyone, but I don't think I'm capable. I'm more capable of achieving things than other people, but I think that I have worked harder than other people in a lot of aspects of my life. So I don't think I deserve everything I got, but I think I've earned the right to say that I've earned the right to say that these blessings weren't a mistake. As much as, even though I don't deserve them, they were fuck, I don't know. That doesn't make any sense, does it? I don't fucking know, bro. You get what I'm saying, though. You might get what I'm saying. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. But damn, we're still not at the gym yet, bro. Like, I look here. Damn, bro, it's already 7:30. Shit. Fuck, dude. Okay, so basically we're gonna have to not speed run, because speed running the gym, bro. I mean, you can speed run the gym, but if you're actually just like not focusing, then that doesn't count. You know what I mean? You're kind of just sticking around. You're just throwing weights around. You have to actually focus. That's why I'm gonna do less sets. So I should be able to get the workout done in around an hour, and then I'll drive back. Yeah, no, I don't have time, bro. Because my mom needs to leave by like the latest. Like I'm talking the very latest, like 9:40 maybe. You know, so she gets there like with 5 minutes to spare. So I have 2 hours, a little over 2 hours to work out, drive home another 20 minutes, and then shower, and then maybe eat. Probably eat. I want to try to eat. So that's the plan. I think I've been yapping for long enough though. I hope this video kind of gave y'all an idea, like that accepting help is not bad, and especially like going to school is not bad. If there's an opportunity lined up for you to like for example, like live rent free, or if you're just like being, damn bro, like there's like 3 dead squirrels in the road, dude. They've been getting wiped out, bro. Like actually, holy shit, dude, that was like a full squad wipe. Shit. But yeah, man, accepting help isn't bad, and sometimes you just gotta, going to school like is there's never an in-between. Nowadays everything is so like one side or the other. I heard this from like a podcast, I'm pretty sure, but everything is so one, like it's always about the extremes. It's either school is bad, you don't need it, or school is good, it's the only thing you want, or like the only thing you need, you know? So like school is the only way. Like there's one side of the what's it called? There's one side of the what's it called? Dude, I'm about to run out of camera time. Shit. Dude, I gotta hurry up. Okay. There's one side of the spectrum that is like, oh, school is the only way you can get a good job. And then on the opposite side, school is not necessary at all. Like you don't need to go to school at all for no reason. And that's just kind of how I feel like everyone's ideas are split. They're split into the 2 radicals, and there's no in between. But if we just hold up, I gotta delete some space. It's about to die. I'm not gonna pause it. All right, of course I run out of space as soon as I'm starting to get to the juicy parts. But basically, what was I talking about? There's 2 radical sides. There's 2 sides of the extremes. There's ones like, oh, school is the only way, school is the only option to get a good job, and then the other side is school is bad, you don't need it at all, like don't even go to school, it's a waste of time. But if you really just meet in the middle, you'll realize that there is an opportunity. You can still like achieve or pursue your dreams while going to school at the same time, because there are like parts of school that you can pursue, or like degrees. Like you don't even have to pursue a full degree, you can just take classes, but you don't have to like fully commit to school. If you're going to school, you can do, like I was talking about the BBA degree, bro. That shit, I don't know why it sounds like BBL. I'm a child, but it's like you can find an option that is more flexible. You don't have to fully commit, and that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna fully commit, but I'm also gonna try to take advantage of the opportunity. Like if somebody's offering you the ability to go to school and you don't have to worry about paying rent, and you can get, like, for me, I should, you know what, low key, I don't think I will be able to get financial aid. I didn't even think about that, bro, because I'm gonna be balling for real. I'm gonna be living in a big ass house, so like that's kind of student loan debt, bro. That kind of sucks. It'll be all good though. We're gonna figure it out. I'm not gonna put myself in debt. Okay, I will not do that. I'm too intelligent for that. But yeah, man, if you just meet in the middle and you just think about, oh, well, I don't want to do this completely, but what can I benefit from this? Especially because somebody wants me to do it, and they're gonna assist me in this process. So what can I gain from this? How can I look at it from a, a growth mindset? You know what I mean? You gotta have a growth mindset, dude. You gotta have a growth mindset. So like I'm picking this flexible degree that I can work around my schedule, my work schedule, I will definitely remain part time. I'm not going full time at my job, dude. That is just gonna be way too much work. I can't lie, because like I cannot do full time job, like even if it's part time school, full time job, and then YouTube, bro. Because I already spend on an average day I spend like 2 to 3 hours on YouTube. Mainly my other channel. This one is not like the main channel. But yeah, man, I think that you should take advantage of any opportunities that you get, especially education wise. If you're not having to pay for it, you know what I mean, or if you have it a lot easier than the average person, you know what I mean, then you should basically use it to your advantage, bro. Don't just like cut it out and be like, nah, that's not gonna help me at all. Because it low-key, for me, in my case, it can help me out a lot, bro. If I'm like doing digital marketing, bro, like it's gonna give me skills and shit. Like I know that YouTube is gonna work out, but hypothetically, okay, I know that I'm gonna be a successful YouTuber, but hypothetically, if I wasn't, I could still, with all this, bro, I'm building a portfolio, bro, of YouTube. I can literally find a career doing like what I'm like, either like marketing or filming or editing videos. I could find some career, and I would have a degree to back it up. You know, I would have a degree, or you know, even if I weren't to get a job related to that degree, having the degree would make me my opinion more valid on YouTube. So it would probably lead to me being even more successful on YouTube. So it's like come on, bro, just you gotta stop. You just gotta look at shit on the bright side, bro. Like there's always a bright side to most things, including school, and you can really use it to your advantage. So that's it, though. I've been yapping for way too long, so I'm gonna post this later, not because I gotta work out real quick. So let me just get to that. But peace out, y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed the rant. Bye.